All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday live stream. Hope you're all doing well. Hope y'all can hear me. Derek, you were just looking at the M8 today. Well, this stream might not be good for your wallet because I'm basically just going to gush about this thing nonstop. How is the video quality for everybody? It does not look great in my stream preview. Like, can y'all see if I'm moving down the steps here? Hopefully. Changing the increments, that should read 1D in the first column. You can probably see it if I move the, or if I highlight away from it. Lighting might be a bit dim. Hang on. Can I increase the brightness of the display? I know I can change I can edit the theme. Backlight. Yeah. That might help. Enter a name before saving. Oh, sure. Cool. There. That might be a little better. Can't see the incrementing. I tried to figure out how to get the oh yeah, I have the lighting around the M8 dim on purpose so you could see the M8 better, just on the desk. I tried to get the mirrored display working, but I've had kind of iffy success with that. But I think it might be the USB cable I've been trying to use on the computer. So I'll have to work on that in the future because I'd love to have that overlay up for everybody. Hi, City Cat. Wonder where Terry is. I wonder if he's one of the 5 people in here. Anyway, yeah, this is the Dirtywave M8. I freaking love it. I got it just after KnobCon this year. Shout out to Alex, one of my patrons, who let me borrow his for the KnobCon, for the time I was at the hotel in Chicago for KnobCon. Let me play with it, kind of solidified that, yes, this is a device I wanted to get my hands on. And I absolutely love it. Yeah, I figured maybe we'd just kind of work on something. I don't know. I've just got a blank project pulled up here. For those of you who don't know how this works or what it is a tracker based on LSDJ. Terry's he's on such the wrong account that it isn't even an account. Whoop. There we go. Maybe can we see this? Hey, there we go, kind of. It works in this kind of grid of 16 steps, essentially. And it's in hexadecimal too, so you get like hang on. 1 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and then 0A, 0B, 0C, D, E, F, and then so forth, repeating starting with 1 through your letters. You have 8 different tracks, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Each track is made up of what are called chains, which are composed of up to 16 different patterns. Within a pattern are 16, or are phrases, sorry, not patterns, but within a phrase are 16 steps. And then within those steps, you have note information, velocity information, instrument information, and 3 effects columns. Last minute, you've got the M8 if I have any questions. I probably will. I feel like I've got a pretty good handle on the basics, but when it comes to a lot of shortcuts and stuff like that, I am still learning. So I'm sure I will have some questions for you. So the first thing I do, is it okay if I zoom in a little more like that, maybe? The first thing I do, and this was recommended by Trash80, who is the creator of this amazing box, which this also has synthesizers and it's a sampler and it's just incredible. But it's a one-man operation, just like the Woovebox. So yeah, shout out to Trash80. I recommend if you're trying to learn your M8 to watch any content with him in it. Mikey303 did a great interview, or no. Hang on, no. EasyBot did a great interview with Mikey303. Mikey303 also very prominent in the M8 community. But that video taught me a lot just watching his workflow. Jeremy from Edmonds Recording has some excellent tips as well. But yeah, the first thing I do is go through all of my different tracks and I set the chain to correspond to their track number, and that's so I can keep things organized. So we've got chain number 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Then I'll go into a chain and I will go ahead and start working on something. So I'm going to set this to chain 10. So it's just a really easy way to keep things organized, if that makes sense. So I typically like to do my synths in the first 4 tracks and then leave the last 5 tracks for drums. So I'll go into chain 50 and go to pattern 50, go into that and start looking for some sounds. So if I select an instrument, I'm going to select instrument 50, which doesn't have anything loaded into it yet. Derek, you can read the numbers now. That is good. I'm glad. Instrument 50 doesn't have anything loaded in, but that's where I'll start my drums. So now I go to look for an instrument. So I can go load, and now we're in the SD card, which we've got chords, drums, FX, packs, sequencer. Is that what that is? Synth. I don't know. I'm still learning very clearly. We'll go into drums, and here we can start auditioning. Some drums and stuff here. Now I do have some stuff on here from Avril Cadabra, Trash80, and Llama. So let's see here. If I go in, it's weird using it like this. Normally I'm using it Game Boy style. So if I hit wrong buttons, that's why. If I go into packs, here we go. We'll go into Avril's drums here. Got some hi-hats. Some cool kicks. Take that kick drum right there. So that is actually a synth, not a sample. And now we can go in and we can play with it. But first what I'm going to do is actually throw down a 4 on the floor pattern here. There we go. We can play with our velocity, which is set to 64 by default. I can select that whole row, turn it up, turn it down, just like that. I guess that's a column. There we go. There's our kick drum pumping. Sadiq Cat likes that snare with a bunch of white noise, so let's add that. So I'll pop out back to the overall song view. Now I'm going to go to track 6. Go into chain 60. We got pattern here. I'm going to go into pattern 60. Instrument. I'm going to start this on instrument 60. See how I keep everything organized like that? That's not my tip. That's straight from the source. That's straight from Trash80, I believe, or maybe Mikey303. I can't remember. I've watched so many of these videos, so many tutorials, and just general, M8 workflow stuff. I can't get it all straight. It's typically from one of those 2 people, though. Is that the one you like, Sadiq Cat? I love that one, so I'm going to load it in. Let's put that on step 2. Whoop. There we go. So now we're just hearing that track. If I hold shift and hit play, now we're hearing both of our tracks. And you can actually see over here, it gives you a visual representation of what's going on what track, which is really handy. There's even a miniature keyboard view there too, which is nice when you have melodic stuff going on. So now, if I want to copy that chain, I can just put in another version of, or pattern, sorry, phrase 60, and I can actually go back into the kick drum. Whoops. And set those. There we go. So now we have a 4-bar chain here. Whoop. I want to go here. There we go. Second measure. There you go. Yeah, for instrument volume, use the dry slider by the effects. Yeah. Rather than velocity. Yes, that's one thing I need to get used to. So I'm going to go into this chain here. I'm going to bring down the velocity. By default, it's 64, so we'll leave it there. Now if I hold shift and go to the right, I can actually go into that instrument, and now we have things like the size, like our synth engine, which is the wave synth right there. You can save it as a preset. Table ticks, I haven't really even gotten into tables personally. Just all kinds of different parameters here, including our filter and amp over here. And then we also have, so amp will give it some distortion. Dry is our volume, basically, or it can be used for volume. We also have our panning, our chorus, reverb, and delay. I'll leave a little delay on there. That sounds cool. Now, let's say I wanted to add, we'll go back to our snare drum track here. Hey, there's Terry on the wrong account. That wasn't the one you were thinking of, but it's good enough. Okay. If I want to add a variation here, it's pretty easy. So, we're on phrase 60, which is just this snare drum on 2 and 4. And to do that, I can, if I want to create a variation, I can just clone it. Whoops, hang on. There we go. So you select it and then shift plus edit. And now we have a new phrase, phrase 61, with the same data as phrase 60. So I can go in here and add a variation, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and add a ghost note at the very, very end here. But I want it to be on a new instrument. So I can double tap. And that will, anytime you double tap in a space, it'll go to the next available number, basically. So now we're on instrument 61, which of course does not exist. So now I'm going to lean over to chat here. And let's see, what was the one that Sadiq Cat wanted? Snare hard. Okay, we'll load that one in instead here. I don't see snare hard. Snare 8-bit? Whoops. I'm going to use the 8-bit one because this is kind of going to be like a little ghost note at the end. So I'm going to pull the velocity down. There we go. Oh, let's play. Yeah, this is weird not holding it like a Game Boy. There we go, and then it resets. So, now here comes our ghost note. There we go. And if I want to have that variation happen the second time through, on the second pattern or phrase instead of the, in addition to the fourth one, I can just change it to the one that we just created. Yeah, super cool. And you'll notice, so the phrases are Like they are set in stone. So, or they're all linked. So phrase 61 is the same. Both of these instances of phrase 61 are the same. So if I go in here and let's say under my first effects column here, I want to, let's say I just want to pan this ghost note here. Hard right. Whoop. Hard right. There we go. If I go back out and come down to this instance of phrase 61, they're the same exact thing. So you'll see the pan hard right. Hard right there. That's where I could clone this again. Phrase 62. And now I could come and pan this hard left. There we go. So that's how phrases kind of work. I mean, that's a very, very, very brief description. Hi, Alan. How's it going? The ghost note got in there because I put it in there. So on phrase 61, I have it down here on instrument 61, which... oh, no. There we go. Is that snare drum? And then on phrase 62, it's panned to the other side. But yeah, I simply just put it in there. Now really quick, what I'm going to do is create another chain called FE. And chain FE is going to be blank space. I like to work in measures, or in groups of 4 measures, right now anyway. So within the chain FE, I go in and I put a 4 pattern, or a 4 phrase chain, four phrases of the, or 4 instances of the phrase FE. And FE is just blank. So this is like my filler. There we go. So now they'll all count through 4 patterns, phrases, with the other, the ones with notes in them. You were looking at this, but you got the Polyend Tracker on a good deal? Nice. Polyend Tracker is also fantastic. I love this and this very much. In fact, this is pretty much it for me. These 3 devices, the Tracker Mini, the Dirtywave M8, and the Woovebox, at least in terms of like writing music. That's what I use. Lately, I've been really digging the Polyend Play Plus, though, with my live setup. I really like how that is coming together. Let's get some synth stuff going on. We got a very, very basic rhythm going. Let's just go down to pattern 1 here. And once again, I'm going to set this to 10. Or chain 10, which is, I'll do 4 instances of pattern 10. Which we don't have anything for pattern 10 yet. Let's go ahead and get instrument 10, sure. And with this, I just typically like to hold 1 note down, or just have 1 note sequenced, sorry. And now, rather than load in a preset, let's design our own. You can do a lot with that combination. Yeah, Woovebox plus M8 plus Tracker really... It ticks all the boxes for me in terms of what I want out of workflow. Like depending, I don't know, I go through certain moods where I'm feeling a certain type of workflow. And yeah, the Tracker Mini and the M8 are both trackers, but they're very, very different. The Mini's got the onboard mic too, which is nice. The M8 has the built-in speaker though, which is also very, very nice. And then the Woovebox, when I want to get into that kind of, like touching the buttons to sequence, that really... tickles that, or scratches that itch, tickles that itch. Oh, trying to get the headless version on the Steam Deck. That could be cool. The Woovebox and M8 seem like polar opposites. Yeah, they are. Well, yes and no. They definitely have some overlap. But the workflows are so different. Workflow-wise, I think they are polar opposites, and that's why I constantly have them both on me. Just depending on, how I'm feeling. Anyway, let's go into one of these synth engines here. So we have the Wave Synth, We have the macro synth, which is Braids, I believe, by Mutable Instruments. Excuse me. We have the sampler. We have the FM synth, and we have the hyper synth. Hyper synth is amazing for chords. I'm just going to keep it simple. We'll just go to the wave synth, which does a lot of cool chiptune stuff. So that's what we have so far. That's our one pattern. We can shape it. So we got our pulse width there. It can get really nasty. I also like the visual representation up top too. Play around with the cutoff a bit. Tell you what, let's actually automate the cutoff. So to get to automation, I just hold shift and go up. And we have 4 different modulation slots here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Under mod slot number 1 here, let's set an AHD envelope to the low pass filter. Cutoff, there we go. And as you can see, well, hopefully you can, you get visual feedback on this envelope here. Watch the little arrow will show you the shape of the envelope. How cool is that? That's so neat. That's a pretty good sound right there. So let's sequence in a bass line. That's fine with me. Really, really basic. But the last time through, I want to do something different. So I'm going to create a variation. Yeah, that's sick. Cool. However, I want these to be even tighter here. So, and there's one thing I love about the M8 is there's a zillion ways to do things because it's a tracker. So, like, I could, and there's 3 effects columns too, which I love. I wish the Polyend trackers had 3 effects columns. Here you get 3 plus velocity is its own column, which it is not on the trackers from Polyend. It is. But yeah, there's so many ways to do stuff. So here, I'm actually going to put a kill command. To tighten these up a bit. There we go. Our phrase is locked at 16 steps. 16 is the max for one phrase. But you can enter what's called, I believe it's a hop command. And I could tell it to, like, well, here, I'll just put one in right here. Hop, there we go. And I can tell it to hop back to the beginning. So if I had these across all of my patterns, it would effectively create a measure of, what would this be, 7/8, I think. But this is where things can get wild. So I'm going to copy this and paste it in this whole chain again. Because these can, they're not, all the tracks are not tied together necessarily. Yes, kill command is definitely your friend with trackers. So check this out. I think what's going to happen is our bass synth here on track 1 is going to get ahead of the rest of the track because there's a measure of 7/8 in here. Yeah. Yeah. So that's cool. Definitely taking that out for now, though. We'll keep it in 4/4. But yeah, you can do odd time signature stuff. So, Derek, with your phrases, though, you can have one chain can be up to 16 phrases long or 16 measures long, and a measure, you know, being up to 16 steps. So really, you can still work in larger groups. In fact, I'd argue that it's almost easier to work in groups of 4 or 8 here on the M8 than it is on just about anything else. Although the Woovebox is very good at it now, especially with the ease of which you can randomize chains and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really not an issue. I mean, you know me, I love long patterns. Yeah, Derek, you can easily do. In fact, let's make a longer melody here. Let's go into. Okay, I'm gonna keep the first chain of pattern 2 blank, and then we'll go in and make a new. We'll make the start of a melody here. So just right out of the gate, I'm gonna set it to 4 measures long. So that would be a 64-step pattern. Well, we'll go. Yeah, we'll leave it there. I like to work in groups of 4, patterns of 4. Sorry, chains of 4. I try to use the proper vernacular when, you know, for each respective device. Most devices have patterns. The M8 has phrases. So, yeah. Excuse me. 20, instrument 20. There we go. We'll just put in a C here. Up an octave because we're looking for a melody. Let's go to the macro synth. Now the macro synth has a whole bunch of different shapes, including this amazing string like Carplus Strong. I love the plucked engine. Like, you throw some chorus on this and some reverb, and just right into the 80s. I love it. But I don't know if that'll fit here. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. Like I said, this is just braids from Mutable Instruments, which is super cool. Let's go square sync. Let's make it more of an ARP, actually. Well, no, I said we'll do melody. We'll go like dur 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 dur. Okay, and now I'm just going to go into a new phrase. I can't remember, right? C major or C minor? We're in C minor. Okay. All right. I'm just kind of messing around here. And you can set scales too. So I could go, yeah, right here and set C, right now we're at C chromatic. We'll just go C minor, sure. I think I thought there was a way I could move those. There probably is. There we go. We could probably mess with the sound a bit too. So, see, that's how the pattern chain works. So, if I set these both to FE to just completely blank, I hate this A. There we go. So there's a 2-bar phrase. Whoop. And I'm just pulling stuff out of my ass right now, so there's, you know, it's not good. That's cool, I guess. I kind of want to bring all this down. There we go, that's better. Cool, so then I can go back. We'll grab phrase 20, and then I'll make a new blank phrase, phrase here. So a lot of times I'll do song, track, chain, phrase, step. Yeah, essentially. And then within steps, you actually have like your notes, effects, and then you also have tables, which are a whole thing that I don't really quite understand yet. So I like to go like, when it comes to melody stuff, I go A, B, A, C a lot of times. So we have 20, and then 21, and then 20, and then 22. So I'm not sold on phrase 21 yet. And Derek, too, if you see here, it says the phrase at the top of the screen. So I can literally treat it. I'm just skipping between the phrases right now. I don't have to go back here, which is really cool. So I can see my last note here. And then and I want the kill command on there. Whoops, not hop, kill. There we go. And I can actually mess with the timing of the kill command too. And I want to pitch bend down. Actually, I want to kill this at the very, very end here. Whoops. There, value. And I want to pitch bend like right here. So we'll put a pitch bend and then slide it down. Yeah, you can do all kinds of fun stuff. Can the M8 play NES games like the Polyend Tracker? No, sadly, I don't think it can. Maybe though, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Kind of weird. I'm just looking over. I've got like a Polyend Tracker that can play the games. I've got the OP1 that's got the helicopter game. Yeah, I love pitch bends too, City Cat. Absolutely. Let's bring up the level of reverb here at the end too. So for that, I go into current instrument and send reverb. Now I believe I can... So I've got 2 reverb send commands here, one right here and one right here. I believe I can actually go in, give that a little, and then nope. There's a way that you can like have it incrementally increase them across the steps, I think. Shoot, what did I just do? I just like completely killed it, didn't I? Yep. Haha, shoot. Give me just a second to get back here. That needs to be send reverb. So I'm definitely still learning this thing, and working it like this, like I said, instead of Game Boy style is definitely difficult. Yeah, all the pitch bend effects and stuff like that on here, they're just incredible, and they work great with the samples too. Like you can put your own samples in here. It's even got a line in. I really recommend checking out like Llama. The stuff Llama has put onto his channel is just phenomenal. Check out Llama's Bandcamp too. Amazing. Amazing. I have bought all of his music. It's so good. Makes me so happy. A lot of chiptune, synthwavy type stuff. Let's see here. Hang on. Nope. I could have sworn there was a way to do it. Oh well. It doesn't. It super doesn't matter right now. Oh man. I just got rid of my kill command yet again. There we go. Yeah, I'm still kind of an idiot with this thing. Alright, so here's our melody. Yeah, cool. I don't love this part. That might be better. Let's try it. Whoop. Nope. Yeah, that's cool. Obviously, this all sucks. Like, I'm not actually trying to make music in here. I just want to clarify, especially for anyone trying to watch this after. This thing has really kind of like changed the game for me, though. I am working on an album with it. A lot of you heard one of the songs from that album performed live in my live rig video. The one that started around the 5-minute mark. I know a lot of you commented on it. A lot of people said they enjoyed it, so that's good. I enjoyed making it quite a bit. Let's see here. No, I'm just kind of messing around. We can copy this row here, paste it in again, make like an ARP thing. Yeah, let's make an ARP thingy, sure. Can't find any Easter eggs on the M8. So we'll definitely use the hop command. Actually, no, I want everything to be the same amount of steps, now that I think about it. But we will bust out a new instrument. Let's use, actually, instead of an ARP thing, let's go to the hypersynth, which is really great for chords. And let's make some chords here. There's actually a keyboard down there. Which is pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to completely take the melody out. I can't stand it. I can't stand it at all. Yeah, let's play some with these chords, though, here. This thing can sound effing amazing, just if we're not clear. Let's go ahead and play with some automation here. So I'm going to set an LFO to let's go filter cutoff. And let's actually set that cutoff. Setting our LFO shape, here's random. We can set the rate now. Now, if I want it to be tighter, then give me a freaking minute and I'll figure it out. Let's actually pick a different LFO shape. Let's go square. There we go. And then over here, we will set an LFO to volume. And set that to random. There we go. Yeah, that's sick. And we do have settings for our delay. If I can remember how to get to them. There we go. For our chorus delay and reverb. So yeah, you can mess with those too, including like your ping pong effects and stuff. Since you've gotten your Woovebox, you've been neglecting your M8. Since the randomizer came out for the M8 or for the Woovebox, I've been all over that too. But I don't know. Something about the M8 is just super special. I mean, both of these devices, they were both made by just one person, two different people, but both of these are one-person projects, and you can tell that a ton of love went into both of them. They're both getting constant firmware updates. Excuse me. Actually, Evo, the creator of the Woovebox, just gave me a sneak preview of what's coming next. And just the amount of effort. I'm not even on the latest firmware update on the M8. One came out a couple of weeks ago, I think, that I need to grab. Which you do that just by micro SD, which is, there's a micro SD card slot right there. But yeah, just amazing. Anyway, I really kind of dig this sound here. Yeah, I dig that quite a bit. Let's see here. I want to go back in and maybe come up with some melody. Just not that. I'm still trying to memorize all the shortcuts and stuff like that to like, you know, select everything, delete. Yeah, we're getting there. There's just a lot. It does come with a handy little card, but there's so much more. So much more than that. Let's see here. Now I want that synth, that chord in the second pattern too, or the second chain. There we go. And you could plug, this has MIDI in and out too, so I could play these synths with like a keyboard too. Can you save instrument setups for future songs? Yes, absolutely. So let's say I really, hang on, there's a box under my desk that is preventing me from like stretching my foot. Oh, that's so much better. That's perfect. So let's say I really like this, whatever you want to call this sound here. I can just go in here, name it. What's a good name for this? I'll just name it LOL. How about that? There we go. And just like that, I click save, and I can create a directory here too if I want, or I have full access to the SD card. Synth. I'll just save it to the synth presets. There we go. So just like that, it's saved. You can do that with samples too, drums, whatever. It's so flexible. And there is an auto name function on here too, just like on the Polyend stuff. All right, I'm fully charged, so I can get rid of the charger too. Yeah, let's try to add a melody here. But a new instrument, and I don't want the macro synth one. And this is a full-blown FM synth. We're gonna use someone else's synths. They're so bad. Let's go Mikey 303 Rave Pack. Lead synths. I mean, there's some amazing stuff in here. Let's go Robot Rock, sure. And there we go. That's fine. What does a bend into this first note sound like? Bad. Okay, and then we'll clone 20 here. yeah, it's sick. We'll just finish the melody off here with a new phrase. Whoops. What did I do? Nothing. Okay. Thought I messed it up. Yeah, I just love going through, like, anyone who, or a lot of people who make M8 stuff will also give you the bundles if you buy their stuff on Bandcamp. Llama will give you all of the bundles for all the songs if you buy them on Bandcamp. So that's how I learned a lot of, working with this thing. And it really helped my knowledge of trackers in general, kind of reverse engineering all of Llama's stuff. Plus, you get access to the presets and samples. It's really, really cool. I love when creators do that. Derek, you already ordered an M8. I told you this was going to be an expensive stream for you. That's fun. Yeah, that's groovy. Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm going to copy this row here, paste it in, and now I'm going to go into track 4, and at the very, very end, I want this to meet up, or I want this to play the same thing as track 3. So I put in 3 FE chains for the first 3 patterns or phrases, so it'll count through. So. And now what's cool is if I put phrase 20 in here. Remember, all the phrases hold the instrument data too. So I put phrase 20 in here, and we can see we're in track 4, but we're getting that instrument we used in track 3. Now, if I were to immediately change this phrase right here, it would also change phrase 20. Oh, I want phrase 22, but you get the idea. It would change it over here in track 2 as well. So instead, I can make a variation of it, just like that. And now we're free to select this row here, or column, and make a new instrument. Now I can go in and find a new instrument. Whoops. That's cool. Cool. And just like that, let's go and actually, tell you what, let's pan this hard to the right. And then we'll go back into track 2. And I'm going to make this a variation. And that's so we can go in and put an effect in here. A pan effect, which is somewhere. I feel like I'm looking right at it. Where the hell is pan? Oh, is it in Mixer Effects? It's probably in Mixer Effects. No? I just look like a total idiot right now? I feel so dumb. Where is pan? Oh, it's an instrument. Duh. There we go. Whoops. then I'll just put it back to center here. Cool. So let's have a listen to our little pattern here to wrap things up. Am I muting synth parts live? No, I am not. Nothing is muted or anything like that. It's all in the chain here. Just kicked the camera. Sorry. Ah, so I messed up. So we noticed here in chain 20, chain 24 is there. That's because chains, just like phrases, are the same across everything. So I need to make a new clone of chain 21, then go in and change the phrase, the final phrase of that, to 22. There we go. One more time. Changed it. There we go. That's a cool effect there at the end. And we can copy that, shift paste it in. Let's get some drums going for the very, very last time through here. Set this to phrase 70. Or chain 70. Now phrase. Let's just get some basic ass hi-hats going on. There's a way. Alan, you like the descriptions? Yeah, me too. It's very, very nice for all the effects. Oh yeah, there we go. You can randomly fill stuff in, which is really cool. So there's like a random rhythm, I think. So let's just do let's just do a hi-hat real quick here. Percussion. There we go. Sure. Now, I think... How did I just do that? There we go. Random rhythm. There it is. Cool. Can you live mute? I'm honestly not sure. I think you can. Oh yeah, there is a live mode, so I'm guessing you can. I've never really used it. This is definitely a songwriting device for me, rather than a performing one. But yeah, I freaking love this thing. All right, let's bring it home here. This is what I want. So then it's just a game of kind of arranging all your patterns and stuff like that, you know? So now I'm just kind of breaking down the end here. Do one more. And we'll even put an ending in. So this is our kick. We'll clone this. Whoops. There we go. Now I'm going to put in an FD pattern, which I haven't actually made yet, but that's basically a pattern with the kill command everywhere, so it just turns off everything. Give me a second here. And I now want a new instrument. I just want a cymbal to end this. There we go. What? Oh, what did I mess up? Dang it. This is what happens when I try to work too fast. I definitely messed something up. Oh well. Tablet Ninja, I did get one. Yes, I did. This is not by any means like my proper video for it, but I love this thing so much. There we go. That's what I wanted. Yeah. And then we'll just put some FEs at the end. Okay, I think I got everything right. Let's listen to the track. Here we go. Nope, I have made a grave error, haven't I? Yep. There we go. Okay, from the top. I messed that up too. This was supposed to be an FD command right here, so it would kill this. Those chords. Oh, I don't have an FD chain set up yet. Ha. I know I'm going a little long. But chat's kind of dead anyway, so I'm just kind of going for it. I want to make sure this mutes. There we go. There we go. Yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to play with the Dirtywave M8 on camera for once. I just absolutely love this thing so much. I'll save this. Sure, why not? We'll save it random. Multinimbus. Sure. Let's see here if I've got a song. Here you go. Here's kind of the framework of the song on one of the songs on my album, on my M8 album that is on its way. You can hear the more finished version of this in my live rig video, which I posted last week. Kind of cheesy. I was still figuring it out, but I like it. This part's kind of empty on here. Yeah, so there's that. That's a fun track. And it's complete. It's kind of incomplete on here. I did take it off of the M8 and finish it in Ableton. And like I said, if you want to hear the more completed version of it, I've got a work in progress version in my latest live rig update. But yeah, that one's going in the live rig for sure. I've got a lot of the different parts spread out on the Roland SP404 Mark II, playing some stuff live, playing the drums live. It's a good time. Did we win or die or restart the level? I don't know. Up to the listener. The name of that song is Dr. Doctor and Mr. Mister. Of course, a play on Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with the split personalities going on there clearly in the song. So yeah, that's Dr. Doctor and Mr. Mister. I like it. I like where it's at. I haven't listened to it on here in a while. So yeah, hopefully you like that one. It is 6:11. I think my dinner is here. Lady Freebeat and I broke down and got takeout tonight because I'm streaming and I did a lot of cooking yesterday and I really didn't want to tonight. So, yep, I think it's some Hawaiian plate lunch this evening, which sounds really good. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap things up here. The Dirtywave M8 is amazing. I absolutely love it so very much. I love these two. Man, these two right here are just a big heart. And the Polyend Tracker Mini in there too. You know, these all come with their own case, which is very neat. That's very cool. Maybe there's something to that. Yeah, thanks for joining me tonight, everybody. Hope you had fun. I had fun messing around on the M8 and getting Derek to spend some money on one. Appreciate you being here as always. We'll see you Friday for a normal video. And yeah, maybe I'll try the M8 out. Maybe I'll try live mode and use that for Sunday sessions. Maybe not though. I don't know. I've got a very busy couple of days coming up. Anyway, thanks everybody. We'll catch you on Friday for the main video. Sunday sessions on Sunday, obviously, and then stream again on Wednesday. There should be an announcement coming soon for kind of a more casual Freebeat live show at the end of this month. Nothing crazy, but just I don't know, hanging out and working on the live set with all of you from Oliver's Garage with some lighting and some extra fun little stuff. But yeah, should be a good time. Anyway, thanks for being here, everybody. See you next time. Bye.